Okay, welcome back to Code of Petit Pois. In this section, we're going to start looking at components. So I've made a folder here called components. And so far, we've only got our Starwind components that we've been using. And what we're going to be doing is actually taking this card here that we have in our index file and converting that into a component. Now what that will do is it's basically a reusable block of code. So if we cut that and we go to our component folder and create a new file called project card.astro and paste that inside. And now we're going to have to also bring all the imports that we had previously. So basically this will, it's going to clean up our code here, and we will basically bring that, now we can bring this specific component into our file. There we are. Now we can say import project card, and now we can import that from our components, and nothing should have changed. So if we npm run dev in the terminal and we go to the local host, we still see everything from before. Okay, now as you can see, just having one card is normally you have more than one project, so we can do a grid. So what we're going to do, we're going to say a div with a class of grid, and then we're going to get grid -cols-1, and then MD, which is basically when the screen is medium size, we want the grid to be 3. And now we can put in 3 project cards, and let's take a look and see what that does. And there you go, we've got 3 different project cards. Excellent. So now what we want to do is actually modify the project cards to actually contain a project. So if we go back to project card, we're going to do what's called, we're going to give it props. So all we want is a const, and we're going to say we want a title, a description, and maybe we'll just do that for now, and it equals astro.props. And now what we can do, we can change this to a title and a description. So basically these are like placeholders, and in the content we'll put slot, and that will we can also do the same here, and we can just say button text, and at the top here we say button text, just so that it's reusable, and right now we don't have a type, just say that's fine. And basically what this is doing, we're going to get the header, and we're going to get dynamically, we're going to get the title and the description. We're going to be able to put something in between, and it's going to arrive here. And then the button, inside the button we're going to have a specific button text. So now if we go back to our index page and we go to our project card, we can say title equals project title, project 1. Description equals full website, and button text equals view website. And now what we could do is paste that a couple of times and change it to this one. Change that to first website, commercial website, and full stack app. Okay, so as you can see, we've changed it to be those. And if we take a look now, we have project 1, project 2, I've called project 1, but we can change it dynamically here, and project 3. So just like that, we have dynamic components, and that's being brought in from our components folder. And we're using, again, props that basically take what we give it and it replaces it where we want it here. So that's, we're going to do it one more time. In the layout file, I've got a folder here called layouts, and this is bringing in our Tailwind class, the title for our page, and the normal regular HTML. And you can see here we have a header section. So we're going to cut that and leave this slot here. And now we're going to see if we can, you can do it on your own, but you've got navbar, or we could just actually, yeah, we'll call it navbar. Astro, you could call it header, anything you want, as long as you remember what it is. And there's no styling on this, so let's just add a bit of styling. So class of flex, class of BG, I like teal, so let's go teal 400, padding 4, and nav with a class of flex row. Okay, and now we're going to go into our layout Astro at the top, and then we're going to import the navbar component. I'll put it inside the body but above the slot. So now if we take a look, we should see our navbar. Now we can see that it didn't quite do what I wanted, so I'm going to move this class here to the UL. There we go. And this should have a class of padding 4. And there we go. So we've got here my portfolio. And as you can see, they're not links. So what you could do, you could wrap it in a link. And we'll just do that for now. And now it's a link. Okay. And you can even give it a class and say on hover, change to font bold. There we go. So we haven't done it the same. As you can see, we need to obviously do the same here. And change it to about. So we've got home and we've got about. So it doesn't go anywhere, it stays on the same page, but there you go. So you've basically made 2 separate components, portfolio card and a navbar. So well done. So next time we'll be looking at making more dynamic components along with creating the footer and fleshing out this project.